Hi everyone, hope you are doing well from wherever you're watching this channel, depending on your time zone. Now, yesterday Raila Odinga was in Nairobi, and today he is still pitching the Azimio tent in the capital city to popularize for the candidates. But there was a misunderstanding that emerged between the ODM Secretary General Edwin Sifuna and the ODM candidate vying for the Kileleshwa member of County Assembly, Robert Alai. That incident caused Raila Odinga to call Alai to order. But we have some people who are trying to misinterpret that issue, and to some extent, the Azimio opponent have gone to a level of now trying to call for a protest against the scenario between Edwin Sifuna and Robert Alai. According to them, Robert Alai fought Edwin Sifuna, and they want to change this scenario to look like now it was a Luo fighting a Luya in Azimio. Watch this shortly.
Kushukisha gharama ya maisha. Hello.
Muko wengi namna gani? Alai. Come on, that. Please.
Now, in as much Robert Alai was denied a chance to speak, what he did was not good. There was another way he could have done it better. Because watu wamekuwa wakimwasosiate na mambo ya mtu wa rungu na kupiga watu. And the UDA has always tried to associate Raila Odinga with the violence. That's what they have always tried to do. And so yesterday, that's the same thing they were trying to do. And this is what Didmas Barada said about it. Because now everyone in Azimio is on this issue. This is what Didmas Barada posted. I can't imagine that our son Edwin Sifuna has a similar face to this one after a beating from ODM surrogate. Please, Raila Odinga, we gave you our son without any alarm. Please, turudishie bila likuma. Those who beat up our son cannot go unpunished. I will be back. You see now, what the UDA side are trying to do is to create a scenario where they can earn sympathy from Edwin Sifuna scenario, and now got to an extent of now calling lawyers to a protest against what has happened. So they are now owning Edwin Sifuna as one of their own, as a lawyer being fought by the Luos in ODM or Azimio. But what these people are forgetting is that in as much they want to try and associate Raila Odinga with violence, we understand very well that violence has been always associated and seen openly among individuals who are supporting William Ruto in UDA party. Talk about Didmas Barada. You remember when he was slapping a contractor instead of paying him? The similar thing with Silvana Sosoro. You remember when he was trying to fight Simbarati kwa Matanga? And the same thing has happened with the Boni Khalwale handlers when they went violent on some of the UDA supporters within Kakamega. Watch this.
Bwana Deputy President, sisi wakati wewe ulikuwa ODM pamoja na baba, mlikuwa watu wawili pamoja. Watu wetu wa Kisii wengi waliuawa kule Rift Valley. Omba msamaha hapa sasa. omba msamaha kwa watu wetu ambao walikufa kule Rift Valley. Wewe wacha. Kwa hivyo nataka kusema hii biashara
advise you, William Ruto, as our deputy president and as a presidential candidate of UDA. We have observed few issues over our veteran Pony Khalwale. The first thing,
kama nikufa nataka nikufa. Wachana na Khalwale. Hapa tutakufa. Hapa nitakufa. Wachana na Khalwale, wachana na Khalwale. Wachana na Khalwale. Hapa nitakufa. Wachana na Khalwale. Wachana na na kurumuna. Kitayari kabisa. Watu. Wachana na Khalwale. Hapa muongee kwa Khalwale. Hakuna conference hapa inahusu Khalwale. Nimekataa. Kama ni kifo yuko hapa.
We have got few issues that we want to put across.
Nasema hakuna hapa.
Now, the UDA crew have been spreading rumors that Edwin Sifuna, after that incident, he has been hospitalized. But Sifuna has come out. What they are spreading is a propaganda. They wanted to capitalize on that issue, but Sifuna is well and good. He has communicated, and the Azimio rallies are going on as they had planned in Nairobi. So there's no scenario that Edwin Sifuna is hospitalized or he has injuries compared to what Didim's brother and the team have been trying to post. Now, in conclusion, let me come to the issue of the Luhya factor. Now, whether Edwin Sifuna was beaten or not, that does not change the scenario. Raila Odinga is still going to enjoy the Luhya support either in Nairobi or even Western region kule nyumbani. He will still have his share. There's nothing that is going to change. I'm saying this because Edwin Sifuna has been coming out every time to criticize Luhya leaders. To some extent, he was using unacceptable language when he was addressing Musalia and Wetangula. The same thing has always happened even with Kalonzo Musyoka. To an extent, even Kalonzo complained how Edwin Sifuna, a young man, has been addressing him in an unacceptable manner. To that extent, we have Luhyas who are supporting Raila Odinga, but they were not happy with the move by Musalia Mudavadi and Senator Wetangula to support William Ruto. Despite that, they're still not comfortable on how Edwin Sifuna has been addressing these Luhya leaders. They are not comfortable with that. So to that extent, Luhyas cannot even have sympathy for Edwin Sifuna. Hata kama atapigwa. Because to some extent amekosa heshima. But still they support Raila Odinga. So hata kama angepigwa, there was nothing that was going to add value into that. And that's why you see the UDA side was celebrating this, because they know Edwin Sifuna has never had good words from Musalia nor Wetangula. So to that extent, kama angekuwa mtu mwingine, then we could say that Waluhya wanapigwa. But because it is Sifuna and the way he has handled the issue of Mudavadi and Wetangula, no sympathy from even his villagers kule kwenye anatoka. No one is going to sympathize with him. So there's no harm to Raila Amolo Odinga candidature because of how Edwin Sifuna has always carried himself. And in fact, if you try to compare Edwin Sifuna, who is more Luhya than Johnson Sakaja, so what wanasema Sakaja is a Sabaot. Ile kitu wanasahau ni kwamba pia kuna watu pia wanasema ya kwamba hata Eugene Wamalwa and the family, they are Sabaot. So look at Edwin Sifuna and Johnson Sakaja. Sakaja has more respect to Luhya leaders, and despite that, he still even has bigger respect for Raila Odinga. So if it was someone like even Sakaja, who people have said that he's not a Luhya, At least people will sympathize with him because of the respect he carried with himself. Even if he don't agree with them, he still respected them. The way when he was even in Jubilee. So that is a comparison here. No sympathy, no protest on ballot. I think that's my view. I don't know what to think about this, but let us meet in the comment section so that we can have a continuation of this conversation. Otherwise, thank you so much for listening to me up this far. May good God bless you and see you in our next video.